Does less people mean less heat?
It means a lot of less of heat, yes.
A lot less suffering?
And a lot less carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is what plants use to what's it called?
Photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis, that's it. So CO2 would be a good thing then?
Well, there's plenty of CO2.
There's plenty of CO2?
Without making more from fossil fuels.
Without making more?
Fewer humans is more humanity.
More humans?
Fewer humans, more humanity.
Less humanity if there's less humans, wouldn't it?
No, more humanity, because more humans causes tension and war and resource wars. If we just reduce our numbers gently, sustainably, sorry about the sandwich.
You're right. So
then we can live in balance better.
Do you not see it? Don't you see when an issue arises if you have less people being born, then there'll be less people to do the jobs that are needed to be done. Is that not?
So
does that make sense?
Growth. You're sounding like a capitalist here.
Sounding like a capitalist.
Yeah, you're sounding very growth. Well, we feel.
No, I'm on about humanity. I'm on about extinction being the main word. Extinction. We're rebelling against extinction.
Yeah. So
extinction of what? Because you're saying less humans is good.
You're not reducing the population to extinct the human gender. You are reducing the population to have enough people on Earth, but not too many.
So who's the arbiter of who's enough people then? Who gets to decide that?
Nature does.
Nature.
Nature.
Well, nature imposes limits.
Yeah.
Nature imposes limits. Obviously, we're on a finite planet, so we can't go on ever having more and more people, because it means less and less planet per person, and eventually you don't have enough.
Right.
Never forgetting for the moment about other species whose space and habitats we're invading and taking up.
Right. Was you aware that you could fit 7 billion people, yeah,
standing on the Isle of Wight?
No. You could put them in a mega city, yeah, with the same density as Paris, yeah, and they take up the size of Texas.
7 million, you say?
Yeah, 7 billion. The density of Paris.
You don't need a place to playground for your children.
You've lost a billion. We've got 8 billion now.
Hang on, I didn't hear her. Sorry.
So you don't need.
So how much more space do you need? Do you think?
So you don't need playground for the children. You want to give back life?
No, you're not listening. So a city as dense as Paris. Paris has playgrounds for children. Right, so that's what I'm saying. So you could have all that. Like you could have it as furnished as Paris is, yeah, and a state the size of Texas. So is there really too many people here? What makes you say that?
Okay, I grew up in a really tropical rainforest. Like I'm from India. It was a dense forest area, and we are very few people. So for that few people, there's development happening. So every time development happens, development, the roads, development, building, roads, schools, and you take the forest area.
Right.
So the animals are mainly elephants. Sometimes it's cheetah and the big ones and small ones. So every time we build something, we take their space.
Right.
And for any animal, what happens? We don't make them extinct by just hunting them. We make them extinct by replacing their space. Their
habitat.
Their habitat.
Right.
They reproduce less when there is red.
Right.
There is less food. There is less water. So my college was built over a stream. So that stopped stream towards the forest area. So the elephants started attacking us, the people who are native to that place. Yeah. So that's what happens.
Right, I don't think that's a good thing.
You have that sort of idea.
Yeah, you were talking about growth. You know, we need more people to produce more stuff.
Yeah, but it's not to produce more stuff. It's to you've got a certain amount of people that need looking after that have already paid into.
It's in my perspective. So my mother, I was born into a really poor family. Like really poor means like we living in poverty. So, but in India, 90s we had these policies for they can have sterilization without taking permission for their husband or family. Provide sterilization for free for the woman who want it. So my mother.
But who do you think that is that's doing all that sort of stuff?
I mean, in
It's NGOs. It's NGOs
No,
like Bill
not
Gates.
NGOs,
and
it's a
stuff.
government.
Yeah?
It's 90s, it's a government, it's
It's a
India,
government, yeah, but they get consultancies.
No.
They get someone to consult on the matter. You think the government just do it off their own accord?
It was a short.
You know India's population?
Is it partly that the village grows?
It's a village. So Indian population, how much? You know, India surpassed China last week.
Right.
More
Billions.
than 1.5 billion we are.
Right.
So in 90s we had this.
So do you think sterilisation a good thing then?
Yeah,
Not sterilisation. Oh my God! Not coercive policies. Giving access to contraception.
Yes, is religion relevant?
Yeah.
Because if you believe in God,
Yeah.
right, you believe that procreation's a good thing.
You don't have to believe it.
But poverty is in. When you live in poverty,
Right, that's a conversation.
You have a
That's
choice
a
of
So-
gods. You have a
You have a
lots of gods
choice.
to choose from.
Right.
So
One may say that,
Right.
the others may not.
Right.
And if
There's only one truth. There may be many small G gods, but there's only one truth, mate, and his name's Jesus Christ.
He was a great man.
Amen.
And he's child free, like me.
But-
He doesn't have kids, like me. He
Right.
does not have children. So
Right.
But I
Go
don't
for it.
think he said that you shouldn't have contraception.
I think there was talk of going forth and multiplying, I believe.
When religion says you go ahead and have children, don't have abortion, does it also give the solution how this population is
nobody
going to
helped
be
us when we
when we do need
Who's
the,
told you the population's a problem?
the
Yeah, I mean,
population-
a separate
Do you
because
know why
you've got
population is problem?
anecdotal evidence.
Young man,
You've sort of
do you know why the population is problem?
Go on.
Because I'm a big
in
consumer now.
Amazon is now as actually deforestation is going really fast. It's happening quite fast.
Well, under what's
Do you
his
know the
name?
reason-
What's
do you
his
reason-
name?
No, no, no.
Yes, but it was happening
Who?
anyway. He
Do
responded
you
to
reason
popular
for
pressure.
that? Because we all need. We are in London. We are responsible. You are responsible.
I'm responsible.
I am
You don't even know what I do.
We're
so
all
you go
responsible.
shopping.
In a
Do
way,
I?
you go
So you
shopping,
know-
my love.
Do
You
I?
go to shopping,
What do you
and
mean?
when you go to shopping,
The clothes.
when you go to
Where did you
shopping,
get the clothes?
Who?
you
Clothes.
buy palm oil.
Yeah, but we're
you
all
buy-
doing it.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes,
we're all
that's
Wait,
it.
what? No, I mean, what
We're
about you
all
back home?
responsible.
What, you wasn't clothed back home.
We lived on really low.
Did you wear clothes?
Yes.
Right, so there you go, discounted argument.
We're all
Yeah, no, yes,
You know that-
yes, no,
you know what-
no, because you can't say they're
If you make them from-
responsible.
if you make them from local resources,
Right,
fair enough.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
If you
local-
shout about people should be making it from local resources, then I should argue then you should be doing that sort of thing, and you shouldn't be like a hypocrite telling everyone else what to do and what all the answers are.
We are not telling everybody what to do. We are telling.
What-
It's one of the reasons.
Repeat what you said.
Right, I'm saying if you've got the
you are-
answers
you are
saying it should be you should be using organic homegrown cotton to make your clothes,
But
then I
cotton-
would suggest that was what you should
Okay.
you should practice what you preach.
Okay, what's the carbon footprint on cotton? What is the carbon footprint of cotton?
Carbon footprint of what, sorry?
Cotton.
Carbon footprint cotton. What is
Cotton?
It? Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? Carbon footprint
Tell me.
cotton.
So it's like nearly 35. But
What does that mean? What does that mean? 35 what?
Carbon. So what do you know? You don't know carbon footprints?
Do you know where the carbon footprint come from?
Yeah, from manufacturing.
BP coined it. BP come up with it to install some sort. Hang on.
uses
So
BP?
what-
Oh my
what's the
goodness. Do
carbon
you want to know what's going on here or not?
People using it.
What's the carbon footprint internet search? One internet search is 8
One
grams.
internet search I can show you who
Eight
who invented it and why.
Why? It's for betterment people. So it's more people.
It's to make you feel guilty,
I'm a software engineer.
right? That doesn't surprise me.
Correct, not political. Which is what?
Which is what?
Tell us about it.
So
Tell us about it. Well, you want to interview me now?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Correct, not political.
Where's my phone?
Who are you on behalf of?
I'm Jim,
Oh,
mate.
no, you're not
I'm-
going to read the script, are you?
Yeah, the script. The script.
No, tell
The
me
script
what
is
you-
good.
No, don't read the script. We didn't tell you anything about the script. We just told
Right.
from heart.
That
So
was
go
it.
on, tell us what it is.
What is it?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
kind of summarized.
He's going to tell us what he
Right.
is,
In,
what they
terms
are.
of who we are,
Unbiased,
we try-
impartial.
we try and
Yeah.
do
Scientific
research,
analysis.
we try and do
Yes,
research,
yeah, that's
some
right.
campaigning, and
That's why
and
that's the greenhouse
basically what we
emission
do.
per person.
So the website you'll find got lots of useful stuff on it.
Yes.
What do you feel about closing all that,
No. Don't change the
all
subject. It's your
airports in the
turn.
next 10 years?
Well, I think 9%. I think 90% of them could go.
So we'll keep 5. We'll keep 5 then, yeah? That's what it says in the report.
It must be keep
So
five
that's it.
if they
That's
turn
the
out to be
carbon.
necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah? And what about eating lamb and beef?
I'm reducing that.
You're reducing?
My wife...
What about legislating to make it criminal offence?
No, not to make it criminal offence.
Why you always go for the extreme?
So, do you have foresight? Can you think can you think laterally where things are leading?
Okay, that's the solution.
Absolutely.
We try.
You try?
We try.
Okay,
Where do you think this all ends up with what you're calling for?
What's the solution?
Because it's got it written here. This is a report endorsed and sponsored by the UK government, yes? And this suggests in the next 10 years they're going to shut all bar 5 main airports in this country and they're going to stop you from eating lamb and beef. That's what they're writing now, in English, for you to read.
I would be interested to know the source of that.
Yes, UK fires, they've been sponsored by the UK government. You can read it all here. Look, literally, you can read it, mate.
And, okay.
You want to show me stuff, I want to show you stuff.
Yes.
Right?
Maybe you can give the copy. Give the copy.
Right.
Give the copy, I will read.
But how does it make you feel?
Just a moment.
On face value.
You asked me a question,
Yes.
now let me answer it.
Please.
What do I see this leading to?
Yes.
I think it
I've
is...
just shown you.
Just a moment. You asked me a question, then gave me your answer. Now let me give you my answer.
Wait, mine's flag.
Let me give you my
Please
answer.
do so. What's your name?
My name's Richard.
I'm Jim. Nice to meet you, Richard. Thank you for taking the time to speak to us. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Right.
So you said, what do I see the current situation leading to? If current trends continue, I think it's doubtful that the planet will be habitable by the end of the century.
What current trends?
The current trends environmental degradation, climate change, things of that sort.
When you say climate change, can you be a little more specific?
I mean that the climate is causing, the climate generally is warming, and that's causing various things to happen,
and
into such as spreading of deserts, rising of sea levels, things of that sort.
Are there rising sea levels?
Slowly, yes.
Yes, but this is what I mean, Richard.
Slowly, yes.
Richard, but I'm in my 30s now.
Right.
I don't suppose you read a newspaper article about a young lad, 19 years old, a university student who committed suicide. Yes, over fears and threats of the climate. Right. This is what I'm saying.
Well, yes, I didn't.
Right.
I mean, it's tragic.
But I'm trying to build a question. It takes me a moment.
Okay.
Right. So the point is that I'm getting to. I'm 30 odds, right? I've been subjected to all this sort of stuff for quite some time, all this propagandising, right? Now, there are children that are killing themselves over it. And I'm asking, where is the science that suggests that the CO2 has a negative impact on rising temperatures? Because let me just finish with, when I was that young man's age, when I was 10 years old, the sea level, Essex and all this was supposed to be underwater. Yeah, they said when I was 10 years old, by today, by the 2020s, this would all be underwater. Yeah, now that's the sort of stuff that's getting told to children who are then going away and killing themselves. But there's not really a morsel of truth to it.
We're going to move on a bit.
I'm sorry. The general accepted science is that carbon dioxide, methane, and other known as greenhouse gases do retain water vapor is one as well.
Massive
retain heat in the atmosphere and enable build-up of heat, and that's the cause.
Right, and the logical fallacy you just used there was called an appeal to authority. You understand that, don't you?
No.
Yes. So to argue something in favour of a consensus is a logical fallacy called an appeal to authority.
Well, the authority that I recognise is evidence-based.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Then you've got cognitive dissonance. So when someone shows you evidence of where this is leading, you would disregard that. That's another.
On the contrary.
Well, please look into it then, Richard.
UK fires.
Yes.
So all I need to do is remember that and Google it. Is that right?
It's called absolute zero. All you have to Google is absolute zero.
I will Google you.
Have you got a phone to take a photo of it?
No, I haven't.
All right, not to worry, Richard. Look, I don't want to hold you up, so your friends have left. Thank you very much for taking the time this afternoon. All right.
Here we go. But remember.
One day, go, mate.
Remember, the planet is finite.
Planet is finite.
Yeah. And you asked about people being concerned about population.
Yep.
YouGov polls consistently show that people in this country feel it is already overcrowded.
Right.
That's another answer to that one.
Right. Well, thank you for that.
I'm sorry, I must go on.
Yeah, no, please do. Cheers then. Cheerio.
And JC was a great guy.
He was. He's the best.
I love it. I love his stories. And
He's the best you get.
His way of
his parables are the best.
A great moralist.
Oh, amen.
And
I would say he's the measurement for morality.
Well, it's
Generally.
probably a good touchstone. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Richard. You have a good time.